Hey, this is Lotus Comics Express. We're here live with AZ Powergirl, Cara, Nicole, guys. I mean, how exciting is that? I mean, obviously amazing costume work, right? So let's get right down to it. How are you doing this weekend?
I am doing great. This has been such a wonderful show.
So now, the Smallville convention in general, I know that you do a lot of huge conventions. I know you do a lot of smaller conventions. Do you have a preference on, just in general, on the smaller to actually the international type of conventions that you do?
You know, I really don't. Every community is its own community, whether it's a big city or a small town.
I totally agree.
You know, in the con, we're all the same people.
See, I totally agree with that, because you get to meet, like in the smaller cons, you get to meet a lot of the smaller, I mean, small towns like Kansas, a huge convention. Like, the turnout was amazing for Smallville Con. I mean, if you guys haven't checked out Smallville Con, it's amazing. There was a huge turnout for a small town like this. I was amazed. You know, I've been to a lot of international conventions. I've been to a lot of smaller town kind of conventions like this, and I love this. You get to you actually get to know the people and take the time to actually get to know everyone, which is really amazing. So as far as, I know you've done cosplay for quite a while. I mean, you've done anywhere from Power Girl to obviously Black Cat. I mean, amazing work. How'd you get into it?
I started with charity work. I worked with a local Justice League, Arizona, and we just did Toys for Tots, children's hospital visits, you know, pictures with kids, superhero story time, things like that. It just ballooned.
So, do you have a favorite cosplay character that you've done so far up to this point?
I really like Jason from Friday the 13th, and I love my Firepower Mario. I love all my costumes. They're all very personal, and I have stories for every one of them, but those are a lot of fun.
Yeah. See, I would agree. I mean, anywhere from like horror costumes to comic book costumes, and not only that, the people were amazing. Like when you were in costume, like I was in Joker costume yesterday, and people just walked up out of love for the comic book character itself. So I can totally relate to that. Mm-hmm. So you actually started with charities and stuff like that, and branched out from there, I take it.
I did. It just branched out and moved on, and I still work with my charity friends, and I still do the charity events that I can.
So as far as any new projects that you have or anything like that, is there any new projects that, for people that are just now getting to know your name and all of that stuff, that they can actually go and see?
Well, I always have new cosplays coming up, and I always have new prints. I'm also an editor for 3 different companies. One is my own, 183 Degree Studio, that I work with Alfred Trujillo with. And I also am an assistant.
Alfred's amazing, by the way.
He is.
Just on an off note.
On an off note. I'm also an assistant editor for Nightingale with Big Dog Inc. And I'm an editor with Q Publishing out of Seattle.
See, that's really awesome. And I highly respect your work. I mean, seriously, Miss Nicole. It's amazing work that you've done, and I mean, to be honest with you, like, I knew your name, and I know we've talked at several conventions prior and all of that, and what you do is just amazingly out of passion, from what I can see based in the photos that you've done and all of that stuff, even working with your husband even.
Yes.
And I think that's absolutely awesome. So, I mean, as far as everything goes, do you have a website that people can go to that are just now getting to know your name and all of that stuff?
I recommend going to azpowergirl.com,
okay.
Or Facebook/AZ Powergirl, or just Google AZ, like Arizona, Powergirl.
Now, just on an off question, are you into any comic book characters yourself? Do you have a favorite? Not maybe as what you've dressed so far, but just in general, a favorite comic book, like a favorite comic book character, basically.
Okay, I have so many, and I love so many, but first one that really comes to mind that I love is Powdered Toast Man.
That's great. That's great. Now, just kind of an offshoot question. I know we're gonna wrap it up, and I know you don't have a lot of time. But just kind of an offshoot question, because you're into comic books, as I am, if you had a favorite superpower, what would it be?
Alfred said teleportation, didn't he?
Teleportation?
He did. And you know, just because he said it, you know, I'm going to say super speed, because we've been having this argument about what would be better, super speed or teleportation. But at least with super speed, I'm not going to run into that wall that you're going to teleport into. So, yeah.
That's very true, guys. That's very true. Hey, Miss Cara, Nicole, guys. thank you so much for taking the time out and actually talking with us and actually getting to take the time out to actually having the interview. I really appreciate it. I know you're a busy girl doing all the cosplay that you are. Hey, come check out Cara Nicole, guys. We should have some information here on Lotus Comics Press here soon. Come check out lotuscomics.com. And hey, I mean, the famous Cara Nicole, guys. Check her out. Facebook, website, you know, Googleize her even. Check her out, lotuscomics.com, and we will talk to you guys here soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.